there we go. We're live and direct.
Perfect. Okay, we're live. Right on. Awesome. Okay,
I
I'm gonna
guess people
share.
just need to wait. Oh,
Yeah,
we need to
people are
wait.
gonna stumble in. Um,
For sure.
Live stream is offline.
Uh-huh.
Live stream is
Whoever's saying
offline.
that is they're lying.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was a lie. Sorry. Yeah, I'll share the. Oh yeah, we're live. Okay, so no one's in yet. That's okay. I'm gonna share the live link to our Discord and then to Twitter here. So
There we go. Hmm.
oh my Wi-Fi is very bad right now. The message is not going through. Oh yeah, we got three people in the
We
stream.
got
What
5 people. There we
what
go.
up to the five people?
What up to the 5 people?
Yes. So look, we're gonna let a few people trickle in here. This is the first Million of the Moon live stream. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming.
After
Um,
all these times we promised it.
I know we've been promising for quite a long time. We're finally doing it. We're gonna have a few things planned for you guys. We're just gonna let a few people trickle in here and there. But yeah, no, we're gonna do some charting, mention some things
Guys,
that have been on our radar.
relax. There's 4 people and you need to take your time for a bit. There's way too many people. We're gonna
that's a
crash this live stream, man.
that's a good point. What up to you four people? You four people are troopers.
There we go. But that's the thing, man. I think this is pretty good. At one point, we're gonna start doing this on a daily basis. Once Brendan stops taking so long to fix himself, for some reason he's putting perfume and cologne on as well. So
Fixing my hair. There's this ongoing thing in the Discord that I don't have a shave head. That my I don't have any hair. That my head is shaved.
well, when are you gonna
And
start, saying the truth and letting them know
look,
what the
no.
truth
I
is?
just need to clarify. I need to address a few things.
It's okay
This
to be bald. I'll tell you that, man.
I
It's
know it's
okay.
okay. I
Yeah.
know it's okay. Look, I don't judge you for it, but I just need to clear, the air here, and I need to say definitively that this is fake news. There is a
Right.
coordinated propaganda campaign against me, and I have a full head of hair. And yes, if ETH does not hit 10K by the end of 2021, I will shave my head.
But that's like a safe bet. Like, can you make
Yeah,
it a
it
bit
is a
more
safe bet.
spicy?
That's why I took the bet because it's a very safe bet.
Do you think ETH is gonna get to 10K within, let's say, what are we at right now? We're just beginning of May. Let's just say end of July. Do you think ETH is gonna? I really want you to shave your head, man.
That's very aggressive. No, like I think by the end of the year, look, I think it's all dependent on what Bitcoin does. The higher Bitcoin goes, the higher the ceiling for the altcoin. So I think it's
Definitely.
all dependent on Bitcoin.
And honestly, right now, man, Bitcoin, to be honest, is kind of scaring me today. I know we talked a
Right?
lot about it overall, but I don't know, man. The scandal we're looking at here on the daily. I don't know if you can see my screen here from your end, but the
Yeah,
scandal
I
we're
can see
looking
it.
at the daily, man, is gonna be it's not gonna be a good candle, to be honest with you. We're really hovering
No,
above this guy over here, above
yeah,
the
but is it bust out the 50 SMA on the daily? We're currently above
as
it.
the fifth. Yeah, yeah, we are above it, but
Is it?
are we gonna
Yeah.
close? Yeah, we still have what 41 minutes to go, and I'm just gonna start doing my prayers and everything to make sure, hopefully,
Yeah.
it helps and we
Look,
kind of
man.
stay above it.
No, we're above 57,000 right now. As long as we remain above 57,000, really, we could even dip down like 56,900 and still be good.
Yeah,
As long as we remain above that 50 estimate. If we
that's the
break
thing.
below it, that's worrisome.
Yeah, no, it is. It is worse. And we still have 41 minutes, so we'll see
But
how that plays out.
here's the
But
thing, too. I think if you go over to the 12 hour, you might be able to see this a bit better. We've been wicking down quite a lot. Like we're wicking down a good ways below the 50 estimate and then still going back up. So
right,
I think what really matters here is that daily close. Where does that daily close? The wicks can go down, but as long as we're getting daily candles close above it, it's good to see. Now it is concerning how much we're flirting with the support level, right? Like we want to leave this region as soon as possible. We don't want to keep flirting here. Like again, like this price structure looks very bearish. Look at these candles. That neutral candle, bearish engulfing, long way
right.
to the upside. That looks bearish to me, man. It looks very weak, right? So it is
No,
concerning.
that's what I'm saying. And you know what? We got some people commenting. What up, Cody Hellbringer? Yo, What's up? The authority. You should review VRS. VRA or VRS? VRA. So
We'll do yeah, we'll take requests near the end of the stream here.
yeah,
We'll definitely we'll do some charting for you guys. We'll answer your questions near the end.
yeah.
But yeah,
There's just a
keep
couple
the comments
things
going.
yeah, a couple things we want to talk about first, just to let you guys know a couple things of what's going on in the market. And there was gonna share a couple more things with news and stuff like that. And at the end, if you have any questions or whatever, we'll definitely look at VRA or quick charting. We're trying to do this mainly in the morning or maybe at the end of the day, depending how everything plays out. But I think we're both leaning towards having this early in the morning or sometime around that time, I guess. So it's
Yeah,
pretty good. Osam,
yeah.
what's going on, man? So yeah, I guess. Do you want to start? It's 13 people. This
Um,
VIP exclusive. Wait for a bit,
sure.
maybe.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'd love to start. Actually, I'm tweeting out the live stream right now. So why don't you get going while I tweet this out?
Yeah, so maybe I'll just give a quick summary of what's going on right now. So, guys, we've
Perfect.
been downtrending. Obviously, you saw the big disaster, I guess, all the panic and the fear that happened overall. We found the support here, but now I think Bitcoin is at such a critical point today, specifically how this candle is playing out. We have this 50 SMA right now, so it's just a simple moving average, which if you look back in the day, back at 2017, initially, if you're watching our videos, you probably know all this by now. We talked about it a lot. But if you look at here, it was basically the main support that we were looking at back in 2017. And then every time we had a massive drop, found support at it, again, find support at it. But as soon as we broke below it, it kind of signified a consolidation that lasted obviously for like 4 years. And then we just completely played around it. But in terms of just speaking, in terms of Bitcoin really continuing the uptrend, this guy played a huge role. Now,
Why don't you clarify your SMAs and EMAs a little bit here? Because I don't think people know what's done.
no, I can't. No, overall, so this is the SMA. This is the purple one over here. Let me just take off this 55 EMA and 100.
Yeah, it's a bit
There we go.
confusing.
Actually, no, we'll just keep the 100. So
We'll
there's
just
the
tell
100.
people what it is. Yeah.
Can you just let me speak, man?
You have my
Before I end
permission.
this whole live stream right now? There we go. So, yeah, so this was the 50 daily moving average, and this is the 100 exponential moving average. So you'll see how they play a very good role in terms of the support and resistance. But, anyways, long story short, this is where Bitcoin is at right now. So it's doing the unconventional. We found that support here. People pushed. We closed above it, which is something that Bitcoin didn't do before after a break below. So that's good. But now, are we going to maintain that? Then we broke above it. We're going sideways for a bit. You're seeing a lot of indecisiveness. And the thing is, the more it stays within this region, we don't see a pump. It's not a pump, I would say, but just the continued uptrend, the more concerning it is for me. And right now, that's what we're saying. 37 minutes remaining for the day. If we get this hammer candle, even though it's still green, we're if we close below this guy, which looks like sellers are really trying to, we're only, I would say, what, like 0.5% away from the SMA.
Yeah, we're very
From the
close.
It's like 0.32%. So if this closes below, even if it doesn't close below, but it closes with this long wick to the upside, it's pretty concerning for
Yeah,
me.
it's
But
concerning.
yeah, so we need to see how that plays out, guys, and just kind of keep an eye on it. But
Yeah, and
there's a lot of
also
positivity still, in the
there
market.
is because we're actually still above support, but we're seeing some concerning signs. And look, just generally speaking, too, the more times we test either support or resistance level, the more likely we are to break through it. So if we keep testing support, keep testing, and we don't make these new higher highs, eventually the more we retest it, the more likely it is that we break down. So let's say we do break down. I think kind of our next short-term price target is again that 55K zone. If you have I think you have the VPVR there. Yeah, we can see right there with the VPVR 55K a little bit down. How there's a spike in volume in that region. So I think that's kind of our next short-term stop. No, that's not 55K. Is it?
It is 55.
Oh, it is 55K. My
Yeah,
bad. Yeah,
this
my
guy,
bad.
he's bald and he's blind, guys.
Yeah, my bad. Because on my side, I'm looking at the 12 hour, just looks a little bit weird. But yeah, no, right there, 55K, nice spike in volume. If that doesn't hold personally for me, I'm looking at the 100 simple moving average in the daily, which I think you have right there, the blue line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Yeah, exactly. This is it right here.
yeah,
So yeah, that's what we're saying. Like even today, if you watch the videos, we're looking at a lot of good things for Bitcoin. We're seeing that overall, even if we switch here to the DXY, maybe just to give you a bit of a small idea of what's going on. Overall, every time the DXY, which is the dollar currency index, is just showing you the strength of the dollar against all other currencies, and every time it's going down, showing that it's showing less strength compared to other currencies. and that's usually when Bitcoin, you start seeing Bitcoin rising. So if you're looking here, just the history in general, you can look at this up on your own as well and see, you can validate it as well. But every time we're downtrending in terms of the dollar currency index is going down in value, Bitcoin is increasing. And whenever this guy is going up, so it's going up in value in terms of other currencies, Bitcoin is usually decreasing, right? So, however, last Friday is when Bitcoin again did something also unconventional, which is after we broke above the SMA, which is something that's shouldn't happen. Again, with this guy over here, it's an inverse relation. It was going all the way down, and Friday it actually had a good day. It actually closed above and it went back to the 91%. But Bitcoin also continued to move upwards. So we saw a huge spike with Bitcoin as well. So it looks like it's defying the what the market or the people are anticipating. But then again, we're hovering above this guy. So that's what we're trying to say in
Yes,
this. There's a lot to keep in mind. Bitcoin
there's a lot.
difficulty, yeah, Bitcoin difficulty as well. Dropped heavily here. We had a drop of 12% as well. We were talking today at me and Brendan in the morning about it. Every time we had a Bitcoin difficulty drop, we'll see a continued uptrend with Bitcoin. So, which attracts a lot of miners. So that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
That's what we're saying here.
there's a lot to keep track of when it comes to Bitcoin, folks. There's so much. There's like hash rate, difficulty rates, like a lot of on-chain metrics. And again, I think we bring you guys a lot of the most like key stuff, like the hash rate and the difficulty rate. So those are some of the significant on-chain metrics that affect Bitcoin. Now, I'm glad you brought up this DXY stuff because I actually wanted to mention this in the morning, but now I have a chance to bring it up here on the live stream, which is I think the further we have parabolic growth with Bitcoin, the more decoupling we'll have with the DXY. Because
Ooh,
another thing as well, like if you look at, we don't have to pull it up, but just we can explain it. Like the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, Bitcoin has been actually somewhat correlated with the stock market. The stock market has a bad day, Bitcoin has a bad day. DXY rises, Bitcoin falls. But I think the more parabolic growth we see, the more decoupling we'll have. So that's just something to be aware of. And ultimately, like I want to see that. You want Bitcoin to be its own independent market because at least for myself, theoretically, I see Bitcoin as a hedge against the stock market in that kind of legacy world. But I mean, again, it makes sense. This is all just an investment vehicle. In these investment vehicles, whether it's crypto or something else, all gets affected by these macro markets.
definitely. Wow, what a great statement. CMDR, Viratus, whatever that is. He's like, the title, what a joke, step by step trillions. Look, man, this is where it's at. That's what
What
we're
a
trying to
joke!
say.
Hey, well, we haven't gotten to the step by step guy. We're just warming up here.
That's what I'm saying. Trillion. Next one is anyways. But yeah, so this is it with Bitcoin. I don't know what do you want to talk about next year already?
Well, so I just wanted to maybe if you can go over to my screen. There's just a few like news stories. We don't have to hover on this, but just briefly throw it, you guys, just to be aware of some like major goings on with the market. So just let me know when you're on my screen here.
You're good to go.
Yeah, perfect. So, folks, look, just keep you guys briefly up to date. There's been some major developments with Cardano and going on with Africa. Cardano's been trying to partner with different African nations to kind of adopt their blockchain for a bunch of different tracking. Folks, like the blockchain, it can be used for so many reasons. A blockchain is just a decentralized network that can be relied upon. That use case is very wide reaching. You could use that to track like medical records, student records, anything really. And so, the fact that we're now getting real world adoption with Cardano, they're getting involved with the Ethiopian education system, where like, I'm pretty sure like student records will be tracked on the blockchain, making things, more reliable, grades more reliable, qualifications more
So no
reliable.
one can cheat.
Yeah, no, it's just very good to see. Like this is a real world use case that actually is hopefully improving the state of that country. It's very good to see. You know.
Definitely. No, I think that's it's pretty good. Like there, obviously, I think in the European and North American market, or overall in general, the main cryptocurrency market, I think Cardano is choosing that niche right now, just doing those projects in Africa. I think it's a completely new user base that they're tapping into, and there's a lot of gaps, I guess, in what the service is and the systems, and yeah, so definitely something to keep in mind with Cardano. One thing, so I don't know, are you guys more into? Obviously, I think majority of our audience was into Cardano every time we make a poll, but there's
Well,
also a lot of
Cardano is very
Cardano haters as well.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
One thing, yeah, go ahead. I feel like you got more things here to talk
Well,
about.
yeah, just to briefly mention this, yeah. So eBay is seems to be getting into the NFT market. They're exploring getting into the NFT space. So it's going to be very interesting to see who they partner with. Uh, I find tracking the NFT space very interesting, just to see what the major players partner with, like Flow. Flow's getting a lot of adoption with NBA Top Shots. I think they're partnering with UFC, and so it's going to be very interesting to see who these corporations end up partnering with, because whoever we see a lot of real world partnerships, if we see that start to go with one project over the other, that should be very telling as to what could possibly really succeed over the long term. Now, like Flow, for example, it's one project we haven't really talked about on the channel much. We've mentioned it briefly. I really like that project. Again, NBA Top Shots doing kind of the same thing for UFC. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it if you're North American, which we are. I think the only place it's listed on is like Kraken, and again, you can't buy it if you're North American. So unfortunately, a lot of people are can't buy that. But yeah, no, just another major news story for you guys be aware of as well. This one I found very interesting, which is the S&P goes live with a Bitcoin index fund. So, or at least, they're tracking the price of Bitcoin. This is very telling, because what this tells me is that the institutions are swallowing the pill of Bitcoin, and they're finally accepting it as a real world thing. I mean, how could they not? I mean, it keeps growing, growing, growing. Again, you got to think about like all these asset managers, these hedge funds, investment funds. Folks, the average return in the stock market is like 8-10% a year if you're lucky. All these cryptos, major cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, the top 10, they've been growing by hundreds of percent. Bitcoin and crypto cannot be ignored. So this is just another story that just goes to tell you that the institutions are finally swallowing the pill of Bitcoin. Because look, up until like this cycle this year, they fought crypto. We've never seen institutional adoption on this scale until this year.
Definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. That's the thing. There's a lot of adoption happening right now, and that's why we're seeing all these massive gains as well. Because, just like you're saying, the stock market kind of moves slower, which is because it's all interconnected together. And but you definitely see a lot of more gains. And honestly, I think just like we were saying today in the morning, I don't really think the real money still came to the crypto world. To be honest, I think 2.1, 2.2 trillion dollars overall. 1.2 is allocated for Bitcoin. I think that's still that's like one company or one and a half companies in the actual stock market. So when the real money comes in, when those big players, when those big banks reserves actually start pouring in, that's when we're going to start trillions on top of trillions that are actually going to come into to the market. And even keeping in mind, like right now, for example, if we're talking, I'll just switch here to my screen real quick. Just show. Is there anything else you want to show quick on your end, or?
No, that's it for me for
All
now.
right, I'll steal the show then for a bit. But that's the main thing right now. So even talking about Cardano and how Cardano, so you can see how certain projects are trying to find their niche, right? XRP is trying to find their niche. Ethereum is dominant, right? And they have the ecosystem is finding its own different niches. And one thing now, even talking about banks in general, we have this was a story that came up last week, but Ethereum basically we have the European Investment Bank planning to launch a digital bond sale on Ethereum blockchain network. And I think, yeah, it was ERB plans issued to 2 years worth bond 100 million euro. Basically, it's going to be led by Goldman Sachs, Banco
Goldman
Santander, whatever.
Sachs.
Sachs.
I got to call you out every now and again, because I
Look,
stumble a lot more often than you.
yeah, I'm about to call you on a bunch of stuff too. It's all good. But that's the thing. So we're starting to have those major players come in, and I think the biggest thing with when we start talking about Cardano, Ethereum, Polygon helping Ethereum in terms of scalability and all that, and also the Binance Smart Chain. So I think there's going to be right now there's a trio, but it's not really fully a trio just because of Cardano. I feel like it's a bit lagging right now when the market's kind of blowing up. But I think the main reason why we're finding a lot of integration with Ethereum, and I think it's the first step. So the first step was major institutions going into crypto space, right? So you got this whole space. Where do you start first? Where do you go first? We go with the safest investment, and that was Bitcoin first. A store of value. We're not looking at a lot of functionality yet. And yeah, it's almost hacker proof or the most hacker proof, but it's very slow. So they start with that. take a bit of time to actually start buy some time to see, okay, what's the next biggest thing, what's the second or third generation blockchain. And it was Ethereum next. And I think the biggest thing is because security, when we're talking about millions or billions of dollars, it has to be secure, it has to pass through that hacker testing. And I think right now Ethereum has the largest programmer and development team, and they've been, I think that's been the major aim for Ethereum recently, is just how can we secure the blockchain as much as we can, so we can prove to these bigger guys that we are reliable. And that's what's been happening right now. It's starting to happen. European Investment Bank and with Goldman Sachs putting a 2-year, $100 million dollar, no, say a euro digital bond. And overall, right now, Ethereum's market cap is at 346 billion, which actually rose 24% over the last week, right?
Over the
So
last
that's,
week.
yes.
Damn, it's crazy to hear like that.
So
Yeah.
that's the thing. And it's surpassing Walt Disney, surpassing the Bank of America in terms of total market cap. And it's actually just something crazy. But the biggest thing, I think, the idea, I guess, that I'm trying to overall convey here. Right now, we're having a lot of Ethereum. Just another, I guess, story here that we shared in the morning as well. Ethereum inflows to exchanges dropping by 44% as Ethereum surpassed the 3,000. So we're having less and less people moving Ethereum to exchanges, meaning moving it less to sell it. Right? When you have inflow into an exchange, you're having basically that's just the first step before you are expected the market to start selling off. So we're seeing major drops in Ethereum, but there's a new contender that showed up with Ethereum, and I think is going to start taking that shine, because recently here, something to see and actually take note of, and I think this
Oh, who's this new contender you're talking about?
you caught me off guard. Binance,
Oh,
Binance Smart Chain. So that's the thing. So this is what's been happening recently. Today, actually, so May 2nd and May 1st. This is just a chart showing you the average Ethereum gas fee. So this is from Etherscan overall. We're seeing huge drops, right, in terms of the overall gas fees. And what do they call it? Gwei, right? Like, it's this
yeah.
today's, yeah. So today's sorry, April 29, May 1st, it was at 28, no, 59 Gweis. And back in April, we were looking at much higher numbers. We're looking at 112. So the massive drops, and that's what's been happening, obviously, with Polygon and all that, adding that second layer scaling solution to Ethereum. And overall, we're seeing that drop, but then again, someone can argue that Binance is also stealing some of that user base from Ethereum because of low gas fees. On the Binance Smart Chain, it's a lot quicker. So this lower gas fees could be attributed to the fact that more consumers are migrating towards the Binance chain. And I think this is the biggest battle right now that we're going to start witnessing: Ethereum versus the Walmart of the crypto market,
Right.
Binance, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
something to keep in mind. So,
Yeah. No, and look, folks, we get it. You're a Binance fanboy.
I am a
Uh,
Binance fanboy, straight
I,
up.
I'm an Ethereum fanboy. And look, I want to say a controversial statement here. And before I delve into this, I just want to say, folks, again, thank you for tuning in. We're going to bring you guys some very interesting picks. We're going to have a giveaway later in the stream, so make sure you stay tuned to the stream. If you can like and subscribe, like, subscribe, comment, and share. We really appreciate that. Now, in
Just one
regards to
thing,
my,
sorry, before I cut you off.
go ahead,
John
go ahead.
Alley's saying, can we donate? 100% you can donate. I'm not sure how yet.
I think
If there's,
there's super chats. If you go to the comments, there's a button for super
yeah,
chats.
so you can definitely do that, but we're not really sure yet. So maybe maybe we'll have
No,
something. Hey, get how you can
I
donate to it.
think it's set up because we're monetized. But anyways, look,
That's true.
I want to make a controversial statement here, which is I think Bitcoin's a stupid investment. Now, I don't want to
Wow.
I don't I don't mean to insult anyone who's holding Bitcoin. If I'm being honest and being serious for a second without making an obviously controversial statement, Bitcoin's a fine investment. We all understand why Bitcoin is great. It's a nice store of value. The world needs a hedge. The use case for Bitcoin is very easy to understand. Bitcoin's great. We all understand that. But it's a very easy investment. If you like Bitcoin, you should love Ethereum, because I think Ethereum is a far better investment than Bitcoin. Like, folks, look, I own 0 Bitcoin. Ethereum is kind of like my safe play that has a high ROI potential. And look, a few things here. Bitcoin has still done more X's from its previous, it's grown more since its previous cycle's all-time highs than Ethereum. So if you're just looking at cycles, Ethereum's undervalued. Ethereum has a smaller market cap, thus could possibly yield you a higher return by percentage. And folks, we have EIP 1559 coming in July, coming, maybe late summer, early fall, which will make Ethereum deflationary. This is a very big deal that I don't think the market has woken up to yet. All the time we put out polls saying, where do you think it's going to go? 10K, 20K. Most people think ETH's not going over 10K, which makes me very bullish on Ethereum, because we have a major catalyst coming with before the bull run is supposed to end, based off some previous cycles. And so look, Bitcoin's great because it's very finite. But if Ethereum becomes deflationary, it'll be harder money than Bitcoin.
Definitely.
So what on earth are you doing putting your money in Bitcoin that will move less when you have Ethereum that actually does stuff and it's harder money than Bitcoin? So again, folks, not financial advice. You do you. Bitcoin's fine. It's but I think in comparison, Ethereum's vastly better and a
Right.
no-brainer in my opinion. So that's my 2 cents.
There you go. So it's a huge 2 cents, man. But um, yeah, like even with Bitcoin right now, something that you got to keep in mind, like we don't really have the articles pulled up, I guess. But do you have the articles for Bitcoin's new Taproot update and how we got almost from now until the next 1,500 blocks, there's a vote on a new soft fork for Bitcoin that would help with 20% of the decrease in the just helps it just be a bit more scalable and a lot efficient in terms of
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
but then
no,
again, I'm just saying that this is the whole crypto market is competing at the moment. Ethereum is definitely leading the way, but the main idea we're trying to say right now is that Binance is trying to also just come in.
just
So that's
Binance.
all I'm saying, man. That's
Yeah,
all. We've been
look,
talking about Binance when it was a $7, and do I cry every day in the corner that I didn't put more? Yes, I do, but it's just showing. I don't like the not so decentralized aspect of it, of course,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's definitely something to just sometimes that's what causes that success. A bit of
And
yeah.
and
You can cut
yes,
me off. Go ahead.
I want to cut you off because I want to brag on your behalf because you're very bad at bragging. Folks, let's not skip over this. You put Binance, BNB, on one of our very first top 10 lists for this bull run back when it was at $7, $10. You
Yeah,
gotta stay tuned to this channel, folks. Like, subscribe. I was talking about Matic back when it was at 2 cents. We were talking about VECHAIN when it was just over a penny. Like,
yeah.
folks, you gotta stay tuned to the channel. We're honestly bringing you guys gems all the time.
They look at
Uh,
this. Do you remember this? I still have the lines from way back, man. Look at this. I'm like,
let's see.
oh, we're gonna we're gonna break
Oh, I
out of
remember,
this.
bro. I remember
That's
back when
crazy.
VeChain was or BNB was like $20, $30, and I was like, oh, it's too expensive. We missed it.
My
We
goodness.
missed
My
Binance
goodness.
back when it was like $20, $30.
And that's what we're trying to say because a lot of these, you're looking here, there's a lot, like for example, Matic as well. To me, I know Matic is already has what, like 5 billion market cap right now.
About that, yeah.
But man, I think Matic is at nothing right now. I think a lot of Ethereum's current success at the moment can be attributed to Matic helping with the second layer scaling at the
Well,
moment until Ethereum actually, does the new updates that are coming up and all that. But just for the moment, I think Matic is helping a bunch in terms
so
of how
you're
Ethereum
saying Matic is like kind of propping Ethereum up.
100% is adding a
So
lot more user base and a lot more liquidity pools and just taking that load off of the Ethereum virtual machine. So I think Matic is going to have a it's going to be some sort of a pillar for the Ethereum ecosystem. And
no, I
you know,
think so. Yeah, no, that's an interesting argument though. Okay, well, hey, look,
it's a
Mr.
fact.
Shrek here says in the comments, we're here for the gems. So if you're cool, man, why don't we start talking
Let's go.
about gems here? If you want to look at my screen.
Yeah,
So
let me just switch your screen here.
yeah, so I prepared for you guys a little something, just to keep on your radar, just to keep in the back of your pocket. Um, you know, so some very interesting picks here, and so I kind of want to present the case. And don't FOMO in just because we mentioned them. Do your own
You know what
research.
that means, guys.
But no, it's not even. If we actually mean it, then we'll like wink, wink kind of thing. But no, in this case, actually, well, we'll delve into it. But
So
yeah,
you know,
so
but maybe before we even just get to that, we had one question. You think Ethereum is still going strong, or is the bull run coming to an end? I think it's just the beginning, to be honest. I think it's just the beginning right now. We're gonna have a lot of dips and ups and downs, and I think that's gonna get a lot. It's gonna get rocky. It's gonna be a bit of a rocky path, especially with all the legal stuff that's gonna come with institutions jumping in and all the regulations. But I think this is we just started. I don't think the big players came in fully yet. They were just buying Bitcoin. That's all they were
yes,
doing. There was nothing much. But anyways,
I
go
think.
ahead.
Well, just to finish on that point, I think I can add even something a little bit more tangible here, which is, look, folks, we have some things that we can look at. We can take a look at Bitcoin dominance, look at where it went last cycle. Are we near the bottom of the last cycle? No, we're not. We can take a look at kind of cycle indicators that have historically pretty well called tops and bottoms. If you look at a lot of these, like the unrealized profit and loss chart, a few others, are we, up against the resistance points? Are we euphoric? We could expect top? No, we're not. If you look at the fundamentals, for Bitcoin, there's never been less supply and greater adoption. So there's also, if you there's another very good chart. We don't have it pulled up here. I can pull it up in a second though. Don't you worry. Which is the golden ratio by Trading Shot. So Trading Shot is this trader who did a very good job. I'm going to pull up the chart in a second here of breaking down the Bitcoin cycles. So Bitcoin has historically moved in these 4-year cycles based off the halvings. Okay, and based off the halvings, you kind of uh, guesstimate the length of bull cycles. And so, based on the last halving that we've had, if the past has anything to say about what could happen in the future, we're not likely to top off until September, October. So we have a few different reasons to think that yes, we're exploding parabolically, and whenever we're exploding parabolically, that is concerning because parabolic growth is unsustainable by its very nature. But there's a few things that we can look at that kind of tell us we're probably not near the end, and we probably still have quite a bit more upside ahead.
Right. Definitely.
So yeah.
So
So
go ahead, just start your shilling, man. I know you've been wanting to shill this
yes,
whole damn time, so
a
go
hundred
ahead. Just to
percent.
keep in
Yes.
mind, we've been on this live stream for 30 minutes, so thank you guys.
Perfect.
This
Perfect.
this
No,
went by so quick, man.
yeah. Yeah. No, look, folks, thanks for being here. I'm gonna show you guys a few projects that I'm maping into a few of these. Hopefully just keep it on your radar. And also we're still gonna be doing a giveaway. So make sure you stay tuned to that. But yes, look, I wanted to show you guys a particular kind of niche and mention some of the projects in that niche that I think have a very good chance of potentially doing well over the long term, which is derivatives. So, folks, I say this a lot. If you watch the channel, derivatives are essentially leverage representations of assets. They're just fancy trading mechanisms where you can where you can create like a tokenized representation of any kind of asset and create some fancy trading instruments. In the legacy markets, that kind of trading is far larger than trading of the underlying assets, such as the stock market. So I think crypto is due to mature. I think institutions are coming in. I think adoption is just going to increase. The use case is going to increase. I think over time, derivatives is like in crypto is likely to reflect, something similar to what it is in the legacy market. And so I think a lot of these derivatives plays have a potentially a higher growth ceiling than a lot of other projects. Because look, if the whole kind of crypto market cap can do a 5x, 10x, or whatever it is, what could these derivatives plays do? I think they have a lot of upside. And so I wanted to bring you guys 5 derivatives play that are on my radar. I'm pretty sure I've started dollar cost. I am in all these. I think I've
If
started
you
dollar
mention
cost average.
Dogecoin, it's gonna be a problem.
No, definitely not
All
Dogecoin.
right.
But I'm going to mention all of these. I want to bring you guys my 5 picks here that are most on my radar from highest cap to lowest cap. So kind of safest plays to riskier plays. So number 1 is synthetics, SNX. I mentioned this. I put this in a top 3 list for top performers for this bull run back when it was like $4 or $5, something like that. And it's done quite well since then. So SNX is the leader in the derivatives niche. Here, if we take a look at DeFi Pulse, we can see that has the most value lock in its ecosystem by far. So it's the leader in derivatives. It's kind of the safest play in my opinion. I have a decent bag of synthetics. I've been in synthetics for a while. It's had quite a substantial correction. It's forming this downward moving channel. If you guys look at the latest SNX video I put out, if you want to take a look at that TA, it's going to be very important if you want to gauge when we might see a breakout for SNX. But very bullish in the long term. It's had a breakout. Once we break out bullishly out of that channel I mentioned, I think this thing's going to retest all-time highs. So that's my number one pick. Synthetics is just their website. We don't need to go into too much here. But my number two pick is what's so funny?
No, no, just keep going, man.
What, I can really ramble, huh?
You got it, boy.
Yeah, no, look, let's just run through these quick. Linear Lena, it's kind of a lower cap version of synthetics. It's essentially it's really just a competitor trying to tweak what synthetics does around the edges, kind of optimize some things. So it's kind of a lower cap competitor to synthetics. I'm diversified in this thing. Again, folks, if you ever want to look at where something's listed, go to CoinMarketCap, go to CoinGecko, look up your project, scroll down, go to the market section. It'll tell you everywhere it's listed. Again, I'm not telling you to follow into this now, but start doing your own research. These are on my radar. Do your thing. Moving on, my number 3 pick here is Alpha Finance, which is a decentralized leverage trading protocol. Again, once the institutions start to come into crypto, they're going to bring in their billions, they're going to bring in the trillions. Eventually, they're going to start trading on some of these derivatives exchanges. We don't know which one's going to be the winner in the end. I don't know if it's going to be synthetics. I don't know if it's going to be linear. I don't know if it's going to be alpha. But one of these is going to win. A few of these might win. So I do think over the long term, these projects do have a good chance of continuing to do well. Alpha Finance here, $500 million market cap. So it's kind of a mid capper. It's not in the billions yet. So that's what's going on with that project. Another one is Perpetual Protocol here. Bit more of a low capper, 186 million. Again, a decentralized leverage trading platform. If we take a look at their platform, this is what it looks like. It's just completely decentralized leverage trading. Again, when those institutions come in, those big money bags, they're going to start using one of these derivative exchanges, whether it's the one I mentioned or some other one. I don't know. But I'm very bullish on this niche long term. Next one is Opium Finance. Now, I was in this project for quite a while. I got out of it. I think it broke even or at a loss. I got out of it because the issue with this thing is that there's very high yield on staking. So a lot of people are staking a lot of opium, making a lot of yield and just selling it. So that's what's going on with that here. We're kind of 380 million market cap. So quite low market cap. And my last pick here is Siren at 19 million. So this is quite a low capper. If we go to their website here, decentralized option markets. So again, this is all the same niche. They really do all the same thing. But these projects have really been popping up on my radar. I hear them mentioned a lot. So I just kind of want to bring it to you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm in all of these. I definitely am in all these except opium, because again, the high yield, there's just constant selling pressure. So I got out of it. There's a lot of other products I like. So yeah, folks, look, that's my little spiel. I wanted to present these projects to you guys because I think all these are very interesting. Do your own research. Never FOMO. Always approach your investing and selling based off calculated, plain decisions. Never panic buy or FOMO. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, right. So there you have it, guys.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a couple texts, couple chats here that came up ready for BAM protocol. How did I even get on live of people scared to show their face? Of course, they would have hater entities. Sure thing, man. Love you too, Pierre. I don't even know what he's saying.
Look, eventually we'll show our faces. We're just not set up to do it.
Look, guys, Brendan is just shy, okay? Brendan is a shy princess, and soon enough here we're gonna show our faces, and that's for sure. But overall,
we'll show our faces.
So what do you want? I guess we've been actually, this time passed by pretty quick. It's already 38 minutes, so maybe we'll just go through some charts over here. I saw a couple questions about Polkadot, a couple questions about Band, Dogecoin, of course, a bunch of buys.
And we still have that giveaway. So yeah, look, if you guys have some coins you guys want us to look at, let us know down in the comments. While that's going on, should we mention our little giveaway here?
Let's go ahead. Let's just show that first, and then we'll go through maybe Polkadot. We'll go through let's see here, Cardano, and I didn't forget our boy here was the Authority should do a review on VRA, so we'll look at VRA as well. But overall, stay tuned. Maybe tomorrow, if we actually can, we'll actually have a full maybe live stream, just going through those charts in the morning, bring up some news and all that. So make sure you just stay tuned and definitely subscribe there. But let's just do the giveaway, I guess.
Yeah.
So $1 million, boys.
Great transition. So yeah, look, folks, this is just a quick mention here. All right. We wanted to do a giveaway. So one of our Discord members let us know about a project way back in the day, back when no one was really talking about it. We were talking about it back and forth on our Discord. You know, I didn't know how I felt about it at the moment. I was kind of iffy. I liked the idea, but this project eventually went on to do insanely well. It had a massive correction. I bought the dip. I'm up. I was letting our VIP Discord members know about when I bought the dip. Anyone who got in when I got in is now up quite a bit. And look, folks, this project that we're talking about is Audius. Audius is basically Spotify on the blockchain. This Discord member brought us this project when it was about $1, went up to $5. Now it's somewhere hovering around $2. And this Discord member it's the king. So because this guy or this person brought us this project, did very well, very active in the Discord, we want to give him lifetime access to our VIP Discord group. So at the King, after this live stream, we're going to give you access to our VIP Discord group, lifelong. So congrats to you, man, or you, whoever you are.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Yeah, 100%. We really appreciate, everyone who's, in our Discord group, and he brought us a lot of really great value. So we just wanted to give back a bit. And so he'll get access to our VIP Discord group after this.
There we go. That's great, I guess. So
See, Messin is very dismissive because he's not very involved in the VIP Discord group. Just so we're clear here, it's me doing a lot of the legwork in the VIP Discord group.
damn, this guy's airing my
So,
dirty laundry, man.
well, hey man,
Um,
this is a big giveaway. So
there we
congrats to you,
go.
man.
It
Yeah,
is definitely is. Congratulations to the guy and all the other people that are definitely coming up in terms of the live stream. We'll have a lot more giveaways to come. This is just our first one, so we'll see how it develops over time when we'll definitely be a lot more involved in that. So, but
yeah,
overall,
hundred
right
percent.
now, let's see in
So
terms of
yeah, let's start taking a look at some coins here.
sure. So let's just go first with the polka dot. I would say it's definitely looking a bit. It's a bit nice here, but um, even on the daily here, it was just
I
the
think
past
you're
3 days.
sharing my screen.
Yeah, I am. I
Oh,
am.
okay, but you're talking about Polkadot.
Okay, sure. Let's just switch here real quick here before things start getting awkward again. Boom. So there's what we're looking at right now in terms of Polkadot. Let me know if you want to add a couple things on your end as well, if you see something.
Sure,
But
sure, sure.
we're seeing here just on bigger time scales. I'll just add the RSI real quick and the stochastic because someone keeps deleting my things here.
Oh, I'm not touching your chart.
Yeah. So there we go. You know
This
what?
is all on you, man.
So good. Doesn't want to show. Anyways,
You're looking at
so
the okay, yeah.
so this is what it is right now. This is what we got. What do you think about this? It looks like past couple of days here, whatever we closed at today, still 2 minutes for the day to close. Past couple of days here, we just turned to the positive, so it looks like we do still have some quiet. I would just say right now because we're looking at the VPVR as well. We passed through the hardest part at the $36. I would say, which is pretty good, but we're seeing some sort of rejection right now. So definitely, as we move upwards towards the 37 all the way to the 40 region, we will have a lot of resistance. I would say, do we have enough momentum to break that resistance and continue to go up? Definitely something to keep in mind. We need to see how that plays out, but the daily's it's been looking a bit too slow here. On April 26th, very long bodied candle. Now it's kind of moving sideways. So I would say we do expect some sort of a bit of a retracement back, maybe just to these slower time frames, maybe to the 55 EMA at the $35 before we continue. But I think as soon as we start going above the close of these previous candles, maybe at the $38, is when Polkadot will definitely continue to move above. But we do have momentum. We just turned positive the last couple of days, so we'll see how that plays out. RSI is still in the neutral, so not really a lot much to say there. But maybe if we go to the 12-hour chart here and see, yeah, we've been stagnating for a bit. MACD's really going sideways, but then again, we're reaching this critical, I would say, resistance zone between the all the way leading to the $40. RSI still got ways to go above, so that's not bad. 10 hours is losing that steam. RSI still not there yet, but I guess the 4 hour would really tell us. Yeah, a lot of choppiness still. So definitely something to keep in mind. I would say if Polkadot maybe on the 4 hour chart goes below the 100 EMA or the 55 EMA over here, somewhere below the $35 region is where we just kind of get concerned a bit. But looks like it's an uptrend, so that's not bad on the daily. So on lower time frames, we're still in an uptrend. It's a bit choppy, which is I guess understandable. But the daily, we still have a bunch to go. So I think we're just gonna knock against this resistance multiple times. So
Yes, and I have a few things to share as well. If you want to maybe come to my screen here, just let me
sure, yeah,
know when you're good. So I want to just know a few things here, which is let me know once you're good on
go
my
ahead.
screen. Okay, so a few things. Taking a look at the top 10 market cap, we have Dogecoin and XRP ahead of Polkadot. I'm very dubious about the future of XRP, even if this lawsuit gets settled. Just the team has not rolled things out the greatest. Banks are now building out XRP's use case internally for themselves. So now they have competition with the very banks they're aiming to provide these services for. So very dubious about XRP. Dogecoin is literally a joke. It's propped up by Elon Musk. So what I'm trying to say
Whoa,
here
whoa, 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 whoa! What are you trying to say here?
is that Polkadot deserves to be ahead of these two. And
Okay.
so if you look at Dogecoin and XRP, 52 billion, 72 billion. Look at Polkadot, 37 billion. I'm saying Polkadot's undervalued.
Oh yeah,
Is
definitely.
Polkadot worth more than a joke? I think so. I think Polkadot's worth more than a joke, and I think it's worth more than a dying project, XRP. That look, yeah, as a trade, can probably make people some money. I liked XRP for a while, not so much anymore. Uh, I'm saying fundamentally, Dot has room to the upside. As well, just kind of in terms of gauging when we could see that momentum move to the upside. I think it's long overdue that we see some moves to the upside. We have the 236 Fibonacci retracement from the very macro bottom, all-time highs, right above us, acting as resistance. We also have this cluster sideways price action here. It's a bit of a large range, and I don't like drawing these large ranges because it's not very accurate. But we can see how consistently, based off like these wicks here, we're constantly getting rejected off the stage. I think once we can get like start to hold above $40, I think we're testing all-time highs in price discovery is long overdue. Because again, just examining this price structure here, we can see we're in this wedge pattern, triangle pattern, broke down, made new all-time highs, broke back down further. So Polkadot's just constantly shaking people out. It's not looking confident. So, but the fundamentals are strong, and so I think a project that fundamentals are strong, it's undervalued compared to projects ahead of it in terms of market cap, and it's like shaking everyone out and bored everyone to death. That's a project that I think is ready to start to make moves to the upside, in my opinion.
No, definitely. I agree. It's definitely undervalued. So, overall, what was the market cap right now again?
If we look at the market cap, it's 37 billion.
Oh man,
It's
yeah.
around 37 billion. Oh, and just one thing before we leave Polkadot, and again, I don't mean to
Good.
go on too many tangents here, but again, if you like Polkadot, you should love Kusama. Kusama is just it's a fork of Polkadot. It's a lower cap, lower supply version of Polkadot. So I actually don't own any Polkadot because I bought Kusama instead because it essentially does a very similar thing, except again, much lower supply, much lower market cap. Thus has potentially a greater return on investment potential. So if you're interested in Polkadot, I invite you to check out Kusama. So that's my
Boom.
2 cents.
There we go. So, we got another request here. I guess BAO, and we'll go over a couple more, and I guess we'll just end this. We're getting close to the hour
Oh
over here.
damn, we've been talking
So,
about an hour.
yeah. So, overall, right now, this is a BAO token USD.
Well,
Overall, yeah. God,
first off, thank you for the super chat here. That's cool.
was this a super chat? Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh man, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you
Yeah, he
so
just went
much.
over it like it was
I
nothing.
didn't even notice it, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
That's
appreciate that.
pretty good. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. But yeah, this is what we're looking at right now. On a macro scale here on the daily, looks like it's been we did break above major resistance here at the 104 region. I don't really look at this chart much, so we're just going off. I guess we're freestyling right now, but I would see easily a good, right here just to make it a bit more clear. Um, this was a pretty reactive zone. Multiple times we fell down to find that support at it, broke below it, stayed down for a bit, and as soon as we broke above it again, we shot up. So right now, went back down. We're trying to find that support again. Now the main question is, are we going to hold that support? Something we need to keep in mind. MACD overall is starting, recently was supposed to continue to go to the upside. I would say somewhere after May 1st was pretty low. But then again, we had a very bearish candle right after that just closed through the whole range over here. So looks like there is a lot of resistance. And even looking at the VPVR here, which is showing you the trading activity across these different price levels as opposed to the volume in the bottom over here, showing you the full trading volume at every candlestick. Looks like we got a lot to go here. It's going through overall trying to find the support, but as soon as we break above this, even the 55 here, the 55 EMA on the daily looks like it's pretty reactive. So let me just maybe take off all this noise over here, just so for you can see. Take off this as well, and yeah, there's no 200, so maybe we'll just keep the 100, and there's no 100 again. So this is what we're looking at right now. This is, I think, where it's a very critical level, and we just need to find that support. But this is pretty concerning for me at the moment. I think we should have flipped it of positive recently, but we didn't. Volume has been really going down. We just started the daily again, and you can see here right after this massive candle, you can see how the reaction the next day here on the 3rd of May. So yesterday, having yesterday's candle actually pretty low volume, although we were flipping soon here to the positive. So that's something to keep in mind. It's pretty concerning, but we just need to see you're at a critical level. So a lot of volatility, and it looks like it's a very low cap coin. So you need to see the criteria. I would say you need to see a break above this guy over here, so above the 111, 112 region, close above it, and then continue to kind of stay in that range. Maybe come back down and find that support again. We have pretty clear lows over here on this side. So this pretty clear low, pretty clear higher low. So even if it tries to go above here, play around for a bit, then come back down. As long as it makes the higher low again, you're pretty safe. But all I'm saying is watch out, because honestly, this whole region is extremely volatile. So I wouldn't really pay attention to it unless I see it starting to break above the 132 region. So hopefully that helps. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk quickly about VeChain here? Although we put an update, I saw a couple of VeChain comments.
Sure, yeah, but real quick, if I can just add my 2 cents here.
Yeah,
So a few things. If you, I think following that VPVR up under control, I think really something easy we can say here is if we get above that and hold above that VPVR,
right.
I think this could potentially start to make moves to the upside. And
Yeah,
if you could come to my screen,
yeah,
that would be fantastic. Now, I hope this is the right chart because there's a chance that it might not be. Let us know in the comments if this is the right chart. But look, we're forming these descending triangle patterns. We're in a descending triangle here. So let's say we break out bullishly, and if we can get above that VPVR that you brought up before, I can't pull it up on this chart, then I think we're probably good. And just kind of looking based off price action here, kind of 13, 14 here, 0.0014 is kind of that key inflection point. It's a very price reactive zone. So I'd say just based off technical analysis, if we can flip this region from resistance into support, probably likelier that it could start to make more moves to the upside. But then again, I don't know what this is. I don't know the fundamentals, so I can't comment on the fundamentals. But just based off technicals, I think this is the kind of key range to look out for if you want to start making moves to
definitely,
the upside. Yeah.
definitely, 100%.
Yes.
Let's maybe start looking at VeChain here. I saw a couple comments on VeChain, and we'll end the day. But guys, soon enough here, we'll start having those segments specifically for charting as well. Today was just our first day, so not a lot of structure to it. We're just going over, but yeah, just make sure to stay tuned here. We're trying to see if it's in the day, in the morning. Let us know in the comments here on the chat if you'd like like to see this in the morning or in the afternoon, or maybe at the end of the day, something that you can just kind of get updated on. And yeah, we're just gonna have a bit of segments in the beginning, some news to talk about, something, whatever is important, whatever is the hottest stories in the market right now. Maybe another thing that Brendan as well shared, something that we've been looking at or is on our radar. And in the end, we'll just take all your requests for all the charts you want to see. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But I guess if you want to, I'll switch to your screen. It's already on your screen. If you want to take a look at VeChain, maybe,
VeChain?
yeah,
Sure.
and we'll
Yeah, we
pick one
can.
more from whoever would like.
Sure. We'll pull up VeChain here. Oh, and also, folks, again, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. God, dude, I sound like such a YouTuber. But
Yeah, you love it. You love it.
Oh no, it's just I say it so often. It's like you get quick at saying something. And now
Oh, yeah.
before, just again, I know before we delve super into VeChain here, I want to mention briefly Ethereum dominance. We broke above major resistance here, slanted resistance. This is very telling of things to come. But yes, let's talk about VeChain here. Now I know I have a lot of lines here, but let's talk about what's significant here. So this is kind of the chart I had. Feel free to critique. I know Messin doesn't like seeing a lot of lines. But yeah,
No, I
what do
don't
you
mind.
see
Where'd you get
from
that from?
this picture?
Say that
Okay.
again.
you well, you call me out whenever you start.
100%. I will definitely keep doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's pretty good. Just go ahead, go ahead. We already know what
Okay,
this is. Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, well, look, like I was saying here, forming a bit of a wedge pattern here, broke down, formed a new trend line acting as support. We broke down. We got rejected off this range here, 22 cent, 22 cent, 23 cent, very active zone. We tried to break up. We got rejected. We keep breaking below major trend lines. We're breaking below and finding rejection off our 236 Fibonacci retracement. So right now, folks, if we continue to break down from this green trend line, this is looking quite bearish to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
definitely. And it's something to keep in mind, guys. Like unless you got something else to say, but I just want to show something quick here, guys. So Bitcoin, right? We just literally the past 23, which is like 10 minutes that the candle closed for Bitcoin. I think you're already seeing here. I don't know if you can see, but you're already seeing the market kind of already react to this specific candle that we had in the beginning of the stream. This is a typically a bearish candle, and we just broke. We need to see something happen right now with Bitcoin to continue to push above here. We've been wicking down below this 50 daily moving average. And for the people, we talked about it in the beginning of the stream. So if you're hearing this again, apologies, but this for the new people that came up. Overall, we've been really struggling to find that support at the 50 daily moving average. And this, we're a lot of indecisive candles I see here. Indecisive, equal wicks to the bottom on the upside. Sellers tried to push all the way down. Buyers came in. Buyers pushed all the way up. Sellers came in. And we kind of agreed at the same price at 57,700. Again, as soon as you see this kind of candle over here, typically you see the bearish sentiment in the next candle the next day, and we saw the bearish candle the next day. Now we had a inverted hammer candle, which is telling you the buyers tried to push all the way up. We thought we had enough strength, but sellers came back in and just completely denied it. Usually, you'll have the closing of this candle all the way below, so it's more of a red candle, but this is still showing you that sellers are actually in the market. There's still a lot for Bitcoin to go here, and we definitely need to find that support. So, whatever we just talked about completely depends on this. Otherwise, if you give it a couple of days after retracement, you'll see a lot of that money start to trickle to the altcoins. But keep this in mind, guys. This is where it's at because it just dominates the market. Any movement with Bitcoin affects the whole market, and you see that happen right now as we speak. Everything was kind of up today. It was a positive day. Bitcoin had this hammer candle, and right now we're seeing some sort of retracement all across the crypto market. So keep that in mind. But anyways, VeChain.
yeah, no, that's going on with VeChain. Pretty much most of my thoughts. I'll just maybe mention briefly. I think the levels that I think VeChain could fall back down to, where we could potentially find support. If we go back to my screen here, I think kind of our next major level of support here is 18.3 cent. That's where the VP of our point of control is. We have the 3-2 Fibonacci retracement here at 17.3 acting as support. We have kind of this zone here around 16 cent where that was forming kind of our base of the descending triangle. And then also we have the 200 EMA on the 6 hour right at about 15 cent that I think will be a very critical support level if we continue to correct. So those are the 4 key levels. If I can just summarize them briefly again, 200 EMA on the 6 hour, 16 cent zone, the base of our descending triangle, our fib level here at 17.3 cent, and then this VP of our point of control at 18.3 cent are the 4 major support levels that I think VeChain is likely to find support if this retracement continues.
There we go. That's perfect. Last one here, I know because I promised the authority about VRA, so we're just gonna go through it right now. I'll just switch quickly my screen. If you want to add any comments, just let me know.
Sure. Yep.
So this is VRA right now. I'm hoping I'm looking at the same chart you're looking at. I don't know what kind of random coins you guys get into
Yeah.
sometimes,
Let
but
us know in the comments if we're looking at the wrong chart or the right chart. Just let us know.
yeah. So this is what we're looking at right now. Overall, looks like a good chart. to be honest. It looks similar to Bitcoin, definitely, I would
Mm.
say, but looks like overall this is the here we have the 12 EMA, and let's see if we add the ages to get a bit more specific. So I would say the 12 and the 21 for sure. So this is what it looks like. We've been finding the support at the 12 EMA as a, you can see here, every time it pumps, creates a distance between the EMA, comes back down to find that support at it on a shorter time frame, so it leads the uptrend. And this is just something for on a short term. Once we go down, was the first thing we're trying to go to find that support for VRA is the basically the 12 EMA. We pushed up, and as soon as you know, we pushed up a lot actually. Holy man, this is what are we looking at from here? All the way up to, yeah, that's 1,600%. So goddamn. So there's where we're going down, we're finding that retracement,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we
A
hovered
lot.
again for, but yeah, it's crazy. And as soon as we broke below the 21 EMA over here, we try to hover again, came back down 55, and now we're here. So looks like it is trying to push. If you look at the VPVR, trading activity is crazy over here. The only concerning thing I would say is that we're spending way too much time here on the daily. This has been what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, more than a week that you're just range bound. So I think an explosion would be coming soon to the upside or the downside. You got to see how the market reacts to it. But if we're still talking about major levels here that you need to keep in mind for sure, I would say somewhere around this over here, so the 0.0347, and this is just rough, guys, so apologies if we're just going too quick with this. And I would say the 0 point, so basically the 4.1 cents. That's, if you see this, the range we're stuck in right now. If it starts to have again a lower high to the downside here below this, I'd be a bit concerned. But it does look like it looks like it has enough steam on the daily here with the MACD. The momentum is starting to turn positive soon, and you can see how it was supposed to, with the rate of increase here, it's supposed to start crossing, 4 or 5 days ago, but we stagnated for a bit, and that's, I think, is pretty clear because of how Bitcoin is moving. So everybody is kind of scared. But for the time being, volume isn't that crazy. It's still below the average volume, but we're range bound. So any movement above this level or any movement below this level is definitely going to catalyze a quick or explosion or a violent reaction to the upside or the downside, depending if it where it closes, right? So that's the thing. Daily candle closes above or closes below, then that's what you need to kind of keep an eye out on.
Right. Yeah. And I have a few things to add here, if you don't mind, just real quick, if we
Go
just
ahead.
hover on your chart here. So again, I don't know much about this project. I don't know the fundamentals. So again, with fundamentals, there could be catalysts that could affect things that I'm not aware of. But just based off technicals, again, I think that channel you drew, that range is very
You can
key.
control my screen, by the way, if you want.
Okay, no worries, no worries. But I can just mention here quickly because I don't think I have. I think I'm unable to find your screen here
Yeah,
real
go
quick.
ahead.
So instead of me messing around, I think the key thing to keep in mind here is just based off price structure alone. This price structure is concerning me because whenever we have a parabolic run up and then we have a major sell off followed by a macro lower high, that's telling me we could potentially enter an extended consolidation phase. And again, that's not a guarantee. I'm not telling you to panic sell or FOMO buy, but I'm saying whenever we have a parabolic growth and then a macro lower high, that's telling me that the likelihood of increased consolidation and correction is increasing. So again, we're still within this channel. It's not doom and gloom quite yet, but we have to see what way we break out of this channel you've drawn. But if we continue to make macro lower highs, quite concerning. And again, extended consolidation, that can mean a week, that can mean a month. It's a very subjective term. But again, just the fact that we're making that lower high is concerning.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I agree with you. These are the ranges I guess we're looking at right now. So keep an eye out on those specifically, and any break below, I guess even here to be, if you want to be a bit more specific, I would put it somewhere against here. It was going to catalyze that movement downwards. So that's pretty much it. I guess we can conclude. Sorry for everybody else that we didn't really look at the charts yet, but we'll see if maybe tomorrow we can do the same thing here again in the morning, Brendan. Maybe something we can keep in mind. No
Sure.
guarantees yet, but we'll definitely work on some sort of schedule here, guys. So thank you for
100%.
being so patient with us.
Yeah, no, folks, look, thank you for tuning in. It's been long overdue since we've done live streams. We're going to try and do this more often, hopefully be more interactive, answer you guys' questions. So, we can get to understand what you guys like better. Now, I don't know if you could see my screen here. I know we've ranted on quite a long time. There's some interesting stuff going on with ETH. Do you want to hover on
Switched,
ETH
yeah.
for a second? Or do you think we want
Go
to
ahead.
wrap it up here quick?
Let's just go quick. It's fine. It's
Okay, well,
more
how
more
about
value
this,
to the
folks?
peeps.
If you guys want us to do a little bit of TA here on ETH because there's some interesting stuff going on, do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share, comment, do all that stuff. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. So I want to comment here on ETH for a second. So what we're seeing with ETH here is we're seeing a lot of green candles here, a lot of parabolic growth. If we look historically at ETH's price structure, we have an impulse up retracement, impulse up retracement, impulse up retracement, impulse up retracement. We have an impulse up, haven't really had that much of a retracement here. And if we zoom into the lower time frames here, again, ETH is super bullish. I think over the long term, it's going to continue to do well. But we're seeing a little bit of weakness here. Looking at the hourly, very much overbought. We're seeing lower highs in RSI, potential signs of reversal. Histogram's ticking down. So we still haven't seen full confirmation yet. But again, we're seeing on the 3 hour here, bearish crossover in the stochastic. Everything is very much overbought. I would be concerned that at this point, ETH is probably overdue for a cool off period, a consolidation period. Again, we might not see that. We might just continue to rip up, but I think cooling off for a bit is probably makes some sense. I don't know about you.
No, no,
Anything you
I,
want to
I
add?
agree. It's always due for every time we see a movement upwards like that. We gotta keep in mind where we're gonna get topped off because you got a lot of traders looking at this. There's a lot of people that literally don't care about Ethereum, but they're in it for the gains. So something you gotta keep in mind when it comes to these things. And it's just extremely parabolic, and the more parabolic it is, the harder the drop is. Even if we're talking about Bitcoin, even if we're talking about Ethereum, and the bigger the coin is, the bigger the project is, the more significant some of those drops are. It acts more conventionally. It acts more of, a typical or textbook. And we see that happen all across. So keep that in mind. Definitely, those are the levels we're looking at. I think we should definitely wrap this up by now. Appreciate it,
Yes.
guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more of these. And yeah, I don't know if you got anything else to say. If you like, comment,
Yep.
put everything, do whatever. You guys know what to do, man.
You guys know what to do. Click on everything down in the description. Just every link, just click on it. We'll be happy if you do so. Also, I'll finish off with this. Just quick, I think retracement targets. I think kind of this level right here,
This guy's still
kind of this
talking about
sideways
Ethereum.
price action. I know I'm gonna wrap up quick
No,
though.
it's good.
Paired with this fib level, I think this is kind of our short-term stop where we can retrace to kind of this $3,200 range, mid 3,200, 3,250. I think this is kind of our short-term stop. And if that doesn't hold, then perhaps retesting this channel line here becomes more likely. And again, I think 3,000 my psychological level, it's like the hold as support. So those are kind of the short-term price targets. All right, this has been very long. We planned this to be like 30 minutes.
I love it. I enjoy it. I love it. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate your time. Thank you for being patient with us. Stay tuned. Subscribe, comment, do everything. Invite your whole family to this live stream. You
Click on
see it.
every link.
Step-by-step guide to making trillions. What else do you need in life? Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Need anything?
Take care, folks. Congratulations to It's the King. You're the best.
Yes,
Join our
sir.
Discord. Link for that down in the description.
Take care, guys.
Take care.